Okay, guys. Here we go. It's gonna be our next game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ermagerd, pervert purr. This loading screen. I could stare at you for hours. I could watch you forever. You are my loading screen. Like a washing machine. I hope my client didn't crash or lag out. That wouldn't be fun. Alright, I'll just stop. Hopefully. Maybe it's someone that's like that's someone that like got disconnected from the game. I heard there's a custom game error occasionally. It's possible that one of the obs in this game got dropped, so that was really, really inappropriate, and I apologize for that. Not really. I mean, I'm sorry that you had to deal with it, but I don't think it was the worst thing ever. And hey, it loaded. Alright, guys, let's get into this morning in the top position as a blue Protoss playing for the team Fnatic. It is night. End. Yeah. Sour about that. Alright. Smearmate, get this going. Come on, chop chop. I'm a little sour about this. I'm not even switching back to the overlay. I want to get right back into this game. Like, seriously? Sake built his first probe at 7 seconds, and that was worth it. Was the income like? I guess. I don't even know. All right, we're back in this lobby. We'll get this going, man. Don't you die on me. Don't you die on me. Alright, spotting in the bottom left position as the red Protoss player is going to be for Fnatic, and it's going to be NightEnD. And spotting in the top right position as the blue Protoss is going to be playing for Karate, but he's actually from Team Alternate. It is Sake. And it has been a very long day of casting. I don't actually know how many matches I have left. Some crazy stuff, guys, but it's going to be a PvP. The map is, of course, Neo Planet S. Is actually on the ladder now. We got dim, unbuildable rocks, of course. Quite awesome. Pylon going down for both players, not unusual at all. And I guess the big question here, of course, if aTsocke wins this, then Karate Esports Club basically takes the entire match. Now, if they don't, then well, I mean, then we'll go to the final game. But this should be an interesting game. aTsocke, of course, the big scary man. He's a very powerful player. If you guys are wondering on the Acer Team League, by the Acer Teamstory Cup, we've got aTsocke playing for Karate. What is this? No, guys, he didn't get $1 million contract to switch teams. It's the Joker clause, where you can basically loan a player. You get to loan one player in your team. And in that particular instance, Karate's Joker is going to be aTsocke. So, I actually don't know who the Joker for Fnatic is. I don't even know if they have one, if they're just playing their whole team, but it should be pretty interesting to see. I wonder if they had anyone, because technically they could have put him in by now, but they rather play NightEnD twice, which is an interesting choice. Cybercore going down for aTsocke, and also, interestingly enough, for some strange reason, NightEnD is building a cybernetics core, which I mean is totally standard, but you know. Now, gas being taken here by aTsocke, his second one. Of course, both Protoss players will be taking those gases. We have the double gas play by NightEnD, something he's preferred a little bit with the double probe mining. Not really a big deal in terms of who's got what, but it's a pretty standard way to set up both games now. Warp gate on the way for NightEnD. aTsocke actually delaying his warp gate a tiny bit, not like it matters, by like 10 seconds, getting that stalker out super fast. Zealot trying to shove away the scouting probe, so that's about all there is for that now. And more stalkers being made. He has a cybernetics core with the, the mothership core, so he can go and try to be a little aggressive if he so chooses. It's not a huge deal, but Stalker going out for NightEnD now. The Zealot and Stalker actually coming in for aTsocke, though, so if he could actually just dip right in here while the Stalker's out of position, or he could catch him outside the main base, and this would actually be huge. We're going to have a Stargate, though, in the meantime for aTsocke, and now this Stalker takes a bit of paint damage, but the Mothership Core is here to stop this. The Zealot will not tank enough for this to actually matter. He's going to be forced to back up, and NightEnd's going to go for the Robo Opener. Now, the thing is, aTsocke did not see this. He actually has no scouting information. And NightEnd, on the other hand, he saw the double gas, but, I mean, you literally wouldn't do anything else. And, well, there's a Stargate. So, Stargate versus Robo. Generally tends to favor player opening with Stargate to just take it, I guess, to say. So, should be interesting to see how this pans out now. The Stargate is here. It's ready to rock. Now, the question is he going to go for Oracle or Phoenix? And it does seem like it will be Phoenix play. He actually mass recalled. He brought his Mama Core home after putting that light bit of pressure on, and brings the Stalkers back. So, not terrible. He lost the Zealot, but he's actually going to go for an Oracle. He's changed his mind. Yeah, he canceled the Phoenix and started an Oracle, which is an interesting decision. He's moved up to 3 warp gates, so he can still put pressure on behind this. There are 3 Stalkers incoming. It looks like aTsocke's blue Stalker is going to get caught off guard, though. NightEnD, he's going to catch the Stalker. That's a really big catch. aTsocke's other Stalker is on the low ground as well, so he needs to keep this alive as long as he can. Now, this Oracle is going to zip around. The Stalkers are in the front of the line, but there is a Stalker and a Sentry with the Mama Core at the home base of NightEnD, and he has enough energy for that Photon overcharge ability, so he's not really at risk of dying from this push, as it were. So the Oracle can come in. It might be able to get a couple of kills, but there's no probes to the natural to even need to be defended. And the 2 sentries in the Stalker here are really important. He could try to snipe the sentry, which would actually be pretty awesome play. But we're going to have to see. He's actually going to do forward pressure at the same time. He should keep the Oracle in tow. He's going to move it in now, try to draw all the units up here. Might be able to try to pick off the natural expansion. This is going to be a super, super crucial moment for him. He's brought in the army towards the main base, towards the natural, and now the Oracle is going to get in here. It's going to get a ton of kills. 4 kills, 5 kills, 6 probe kills. Might even be able to snag a 7th, but no, he's going to try to zip away. The Oracle just moves so fast. It's got smooth moves, as it were. And now there's another Oracle coming in, so he can use his army to draw NightEnD out of his main base and then just send the Oracles in zipping around the sides to try to pick off an infinite number of probelings. But Void Ray is going to come out for aTsocke. He's going for that transition that we've seen out of a lot of Protoss players, mainly into that heavy Void Ray composition. So it'll be very interesting to see how this pans out in this game. Observer sees everything. The Oracles move into that main base. Again, he's trying to pick off probes, but it's a little bit difficult to actually get them. He zipped in, maybe killed a Stalker, but was not able to get anything else. Lost one of his Oracles, and see those hot physics, man. Everything's blown to pieces everywhere. But well, aTsocke is going to pull all of his units back. There's a rather large force on the field for NightEnD. He has the Immortal, which is really going to help him punch through the Stalker count. Although, keep in mind, aTsocke has been building Void Rays this whole entire time, which do quite a bit of DPS versus these Stalkers. I'm almost a little bit worried that he's sending these units out here now. He could actually move this Oracle back into the main base. He needs to hold this attack, but he has a Photon Overcharge. So now that I think about it, he's actually in a really, really great position. Double Stargate all the way across the sky for NightEnD is going to be his follow-up, but now this Oracle can actually run into the natural. The Phoenix is going to run around and scout and do absolutely nothing, but the Void Ray has actually been brought home, so not a bad decision at all. He's going to use the 2 Void Rays to basically kill the Stalkers. The Prismatic alignment is really, really, really strong versus the Stalkers, so not a bad decision. The Photon Overcharge actually really had he probably could have just ran in here and just killed all these probes, but now he's going to have enough time to react and warp in some Stalkers to deal with this. So during that fight, I really feel like he probably could have just killed all the workers that aTsocke had, that NightEnD had in his main base, but alas. Oracle going to try to take some pot shots, picking off any probes that it can, but it's just going to run. He wants to keep it alive as long as humanly possible, so that's not, it's not bad, of course. We have a really fast fleet beacon coming out of aTsocke, so it looks like he's kind of realized, okay, well, my opponent's going double Stargate as a follow-up, so I'm doing double Stargate now, and my plan is basically going to be to make more Phoenix than him, and that also involves getting Phoenix range. And, alright, so Oracle's going to step into that natural expansion, try to pick up a couple more probes. Not going to be able to get too much more. And now there's just basically just a bunch of Stalkers and these 2 Immortals sitting outside of aTsocke's natural. So 3rd base on the way for NightEnD. He's looking pretty solid. I have to say, though, the units that he has outside of aTsocke's base, not bad. He has this Observer here, though, so he'll be able to see that aTsocke is moving out. He knows, okay, well, I should probably retreat. The Phoenix he's actually getting that range upgrade for them as well. Both players going for the Anion Pulse Crystals, which is a pretty important upgrade for PvP, of course. If you're going to go for the air versus air, it really just comes down to who has more Phoenix, who has slightly better Phoenix control. And aTsocke doesn't want to show any of his Phoenix. He's just turning out a ton of them until he has the Phoenix range, and he just wants to swoop in and kill everything. Which would be pretty awesome to see if he can achieve that. Now, NightEnd's going to move into the main base, and this is the part where all of his Phoenix get caught. The Anion Pulse Crystals upgrade is going to finish for aTsocke first, so he's going to be able to catch the retreating Phoenix, and a really, really great catch there. He now has full air dominance, and he can immediately go into Void Ray production if he so chooses. These Phoenix have 7 attack range now, so they're very, very strong, full-grown monsters, and aTsocke is going to go for an attack, but it looks like NightEnD wants to basically just go all in here with this push. Is he going to be able to hold it, though, is the question. If the Phoenix can snipe that Mama Core, it's going to be huge. He's trying to force field him away from getting towards the Mothership Core, and that's going to activate the teleportability, but he will be able to get away. He does pinch off a Stalker or 2, and that's a really, really big moment there. Now he's going to move out towards NightEnd's base. aTsocke, not a bad play, but an even better play from NightEnd to actually bring the Mama Core to help get everything out of there. So Now the Phoenix are going to move in towards that main base. He should be able to just pick off an infinite number of drones, probes, excuse me. So now he's just going to start picking away at these guys. He has so much energy for Graviton Lift, it's not even funny. This is what happens when you win the air battle in a PvP. The Oracle, Sake's building a pylon in the mineral line of his opponent. The Oracle does get taken out by these Phoenix, but these Phoenix have killed a ton of probes. He's killed 25 probes so far. Big Zealot Warp in at this third base now from Sake. He can move his main army into the natural pretty much whenever he wants. The Phoenix forces have built up for NightEnD, but at this point, doesn't even matter. You know, he finally got it set up, but at what cost? He's lost all the probes at his main. He's lost half the probes in his natural. He's lost a good number of the probes in his third base, and he's just taken so much economic damage. It's not even funny. Sake still has a pretty reasonably sized army, but if he pushes in with this, he could be able to just swing the game. Although I will say having a couple more Void Rays would not have been a miss. He's going to need to definitely Graviton Lift. I mean, I guess the Immortals aren't so great versus the army composition that Sake has, but he's going to move in now. He's going to engage. All the Phoenix died. GG, well played from NightEnD. Grats. And Sake takes the win, and Karante Esports Club will advance to the next round in this qualifier for the Acer Teamstory Cup. So good play there. Hiding the Phoenix really, really worked. That's basically all I have to say. He hid the Phoenix, and NightEnD overstepped his boundaries. He told the line when he walked inside of Sake's base, and then all of a sudden those Phoenix just came out of nowhere. Boom, blink of an eye, you just lose everything. When it comes to a Phoenix versus Phoenix battle, it's never close. Whoever has more Phoenix or is ahead in some weird way will always just destroy the other guy. So I'll let you guys know when we get into our next match as soon as possible. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'm Nathanius. Alright, it actually looks like we're done for today, so